Even without war, eking out a bare existence from the Ogaden's unforgiving land is a struggle. Most people here are nomadic herdsmen who move with the seasons. At the market in the town of Gode, 25-year-old camel trader Sultan Aden says the cost of raising an animal is more than what he can sell it for. Sultan and his brothers talk freely about skyrocketing prices, food shortages, the drought gripping the region. But when the discussion turns to the conflict around them, they fall quiet. Another man in the crowd, Mahmoud Ibrahim, however, talks of the dangers lurking in the bush, the vast region outside of town, where government troops and ONLF rebels are fighting. The ONLF has been fighting for greater autonomy for Ethiopia's Somali-speaking minority for more than 2 decades. At the Gode hospital, there is evidence aplenty of the danger. The hospital's only doctor, Zelalem Eshetu, says there's been a sharp rise lately in combat-related cases. Dr. Zelalem introduces us to Mariam Karani. 10 days ago, she was hit in the chest by a stray bullet during a clash between the ONLF and Ethiopian troops outside her home, 200 kilometers from Gode. Marian Ali cradles her daughter Sugahashi, who's recovering from malnutrition. The little girl was near death when they arrived 2 weeks ago from a rural area where the ONLF is active. Dr. Zelalem is an Ethiopian working in an area populated by mostly ethnic Somalis. He agrees with what several international aid agencies allege. Critically needed food supplies to the region are being blocked.
Due to the blockage of transport access, there is no supply of food.
The Belgian group Doctors Without Borders says its operations in the Ogaden were blocked after an exploratory team sent to the region concluded there was a deteriorating humanitarian crisis. Ogaden Region President Hassan denies there is a crisis, but at the hospital, Dr. Zelalem says the number of gunshot and malnutrition cases suggests otherwise. A few humanitarian agencies still have limited roles in the Ogaden. A knock at the gate of the UN Children's Agency is answered, but inside, hallways are dark, and the well-stocked warehouse is locked. The office manager politely declines comment. Representatives of other humanitarian agencies also decline to talk. Privately, they say they've made the difficult choice to keep silent because the little aid they provide is so desperately needed they dare not risk the same fate as the ICRC. Ogaden Region President Hassan, however, scoffs at suggestions people are afraid.
Our people are free, They can say what they want because there is a democracy in this country.
At a local market, most questions about the ONLF are met with silence. 25 kilometers outside of town, trucks carrying desperately needed food lie idle. The truckers say they've been waiting for days for a signal from the government that it's safe to move, but they've heard nothing. This group of reporters is taken to see a resettlement project. We get our first glimpse of Ethiopian soldiers living in the bush, and they tell of a clash with ONLF forces days earlier in which several rebels were killed. Abdi Aziz wants to show reporters his project for people uprooted by drought and war. He believes there is a future for the Ogaden region within Ethiopia. For him, it lies in developing the Ogaden's scarce resources. For Dr. Zelalem, it lies in showing compassion for a battered people. Peter Heinlein, VOA News, in the Ogaden region of Ethiopia.